wonder if Macs are getting so big, Apple's getting so big that they can't really do good shit anymore. So I don't know, but here, everybody, it's nice to see you, and thank you for showing up tonight. There's quite a lot of people here. I hope that you can hear me okay. There's been a lot going on lately, and I thought I should come on here and talk to you guys and say something. Obviously, everyone knows that that Blink 182 is back together. That is like the biggest news lately here. But I am here to tell you guys that Angels and Airwaves is not breaking up. Angels and Airwaves is not going away. Basically, I'm going to have to do this juggle for a little bit. I want you that it's going to be an amazing year. You're going to have a lot of extra special music, at least coming from my neck of the woods. But there's a lot of things going on for Angels and Airwaves. Exactly, we have a movie, and I keep talking about it, but they keep pushing back the last scene in the film, which is supposed to happen in December. Then they said January, and I guess they're still building something. What happened is Mark and Will, the people working on the film, are so excited about it. You know, they keep adding to it. And I very well might wait to release it with the next album. Just because we've waited for so long, it might be good just to release them both together. You know, I'm not quite sure. But Angels is not going away. Angels is going to be doing a lot of stuff. The guys themselves are working on a fantastic, exciting project that I'm sure they're going to tell you all about it when they're ready. David, Matt, and Adam. The Blink record is in full force right now. We will be releasing that this year. And I think you guys are going to be very, very stoked on it, you know? I think you guys are going to really like it. It's so far, it's fucking stupidly amazing. So I'm really excited. So everything's going really good. There's a lot of rad things that we're talking about as far as the Blink thing goes. And can you guys hear me still? My screen is acting strange. There's a lot of amazing rad things that are happening with the Blink situation that I think you guys are gonna really, really enjoy. Wondering what it sounds like. Well, it sounds like a lot of the stuff that I've been doing. You know, if you add up everything that I've been a part of and you blend in another singer and one of the best drummers in the world, you know, it gets pretty fun. It sounds like Angels and Airwaves to a degree, but it also sounds a whole lot like Blink, you know, and I think Blink was changing a lot on our last record where we started doing a lot of different things. So, I mean, Blink at a time was sounding like Boxcar Racer, you know, so every time I do something, I kind of bring it with me to the next record. Like the next Angels and Airwaves record will probably sound a little bit like this next Blink record, you know, so we'll see. We'll keep moving forward and moving forward. I think you guys are going to really, really like it. We're talking about some really exciting things this year with the guys in Blink, and we won't be touring a huge amount, but we will be doing a major event this summer, and I think it's going to be awesome. And then I'll probably right after that is when the record will come out, but I think there's a good pocket in there where I could start recording the next Angels and Airwaves record. So the goal would be is when I'm not touring with the guys in Blink, I'll be working on this next record. So I think that you guys will be stoked. And there's no lack of I just got all this really incredible gear that very few people in the world know how to operate. And it's really changed a lot of how we do our recording process. This the gear is it's a very like Radiohead kind of situation where you're wiring modules of circuitry together to create sounds. It's really, really cool, and not that many bands really know how to do it, but I do, and we're ripping it up. So I'm here to say that be prepared for a lot of cool, exciting things this year. You're going to basically have me floating back and forth between two bands, and you're going to have the guys in Angels and Airwaves doing something really cool that they're going to be telling you about as well. So you're kind of getting like triple amount of stuff here than you normally would be. So I'm going to be working with the guys to redo the website and do something special. I know you guys are asking about a Blink 182 mod life. Wouldn't that be awesome? Well, I think the guys are really into it, and I think that they think mod life's amazing, and so we just started talking about all that kind of stuff, and I think it's a real possibility. I think what else? Is AVA touring in 2010 since Blink is this year? Yes, well, no, Angels might not be. I don't know what Angels is going to be doing in 2000. I don't know if we're going to be being in the studio for the large part of 2010. I'll be in the studio with Blink up until the tour this summer, and then we'll drop the record probably right after that tour, and then I'll start the Angels record sometime in late fall or January. So I don't know if we'll be touring with Angels in 2010 or not, but you definitely will be hearing something. The deal is for the next Angels and Airwaves record is it's going to be a gigantic art piece. It's interesting now that it can be more experimental and ambitious now than ever because Blink is back together, you know. That's the coolest thing about it. It's like now Angels and Airwaves can really, really push the limits of everything we do, releasing the movie with the album next, and doing some crazy. It's gonna be really, really good. I think I'm really excited about it because sometimes when you're in a band, you want to do these really artistic, crazy things, but you also have to remember that you make a living off it too. So you want to include alienate certain people or scares people off. I think that people have grown to love the artistic nature of Angels, and we're the only band besides, I think, like Pink Floyd or something that did like a movie that's rad. So I think the next record when we drop it has to be something that's extremely ambitious. I've always been ambitious, but now it's like I don't think there's any worry about making sure this band is going to be accepted or liked or if it's going to be on the radio. I don't think it matters anymore. The band is right at that point where it can do anything it wants to, and with Blink getting back together, it's just going to get that much more attention, I think, you know. I think it's going to be really, really, really cool. I'm really excited about it, so I'm already kind of strategizing for that. So I've been popping on the MODLIFE site every once in a while, playing music here and there. That's yes, that is Blink music you guys have been hearing when I jump on there and do it. So if you guys heard any piece of it, you're gonna like it. It's some good shit. We have been getting along amazingly well. Like the communication. And the respect has been awesome, the best it's ever been in that band. So that's a really good thing. Travis is recovering amazingly well. He on a nerve that was compressed, and I think it went amazingly well. So he's going to be back on. He was already on drums and playing like a maniac, and he's going to be back on drums in just a few weeks. As soon as the stitches heal and stuff. And everyone in Angels and Airwaves is doing awesome too. They're actually at the studio right now doing some stuff, and I was going to go up there and see them today, but I couldn't. Not today, but I'm probably gonna make it up there tomorrow. Is Mark and Travis done with Plus 44? It seems like they might be. In my talks with them, it seems like they are. Whether or not they decide to do it later, I don't know. But it seems like right now they're not really gonna be doing it. Well, I was going to say, we're working on an amazing, gigantic UFO portal for MODLIFE. Like the biggest and most serious, credible UFO. It has all the coolest, reddest information spread over like 50 to 100 websites. They're MODLIFE websites, all working together seamlessly for a big, giant, free portal. I mean, basically, we could spend the next 10 years of your life hanging out and talking and watching videos and interviews and crazy shit like that. And we're going to launch it with something really, really cool and exciting. A guy that's been filming an amazing UFO documentary for the past 15 years, and I've been meeting with him and screening it. I think we're going to try and tour it the same time Blink goes on tour. And maybe it's playing at universities in the same cities, so I can go to these universities and maybe question and answer, and a lot of these major witnesses will be there. And these are like major important witnesses, like generals and admirals and FAA officials and scientists and astronauts. It's crazy. So it's everything you want to be in a documentary. It's going to be there. So that's going to be happening too. So I'm really excited. We also have about another 5 or 6 bands in the pipeline to launch. We had them ready, but then Christmas hit, and then January they're just getting started back up. So now that we're in February, it looks like everyone's getting ready to launch the sites again. So it's going to be really, really cool. I can't tell you which bands, but they're all Warped Tour affiliated bands, and I think you guys will be stoked. So what else? So the Angels and Airwaves record is going to be coming out, and that'll probably be dropped with the movie, just to make it bigger and better and radder. But that's going to be a little bit, not because the movie's done really. They're doing the last scene, but I don't want to drop it in the middle of a Blink tour. You know, I want to drop. I think we might write the music to it. Because the movie outgrew the last record, and we started making the movie to the record, but the movie kept building and building and building, and now it's like bigger and radder than the last record. So I'm thinking maybe we'll make whatever. So we'll see. And big summer tour, UFO portals, everything's good. Travis is healing fine. Mark's doing great. You'll see pictures of Mark on here every once in a while. How does it feel to be playing with Mark and Travis again? It feels great. It's awesome. It's weird because it's all fresh and new, like it hasn't been going on my whole life, but the reality is I've been in that band for almost 17 years or something, and Angels and Airwaves has been together for 4, but somehow Angels feels more normal, you know? But I guess it's because I haven't done it in a few years of the Blink thing, but the cool thing about Blink now is everybody's back on the same pages as far as, like, with their families or with our families and the way we want to travel and what makes us all happy. It's like we're all kind of came full circle back to how it was a long time ago. So that's the cool thing. There's no like we were actually spending quite some time laughing at a lot of the press and a lot of the arguments that were going on because it was just funny, like, you know, like having an argument with some close friends of yours, you know. So that's good. So I talk to those guys all the time. Basically, I go to LA once a week, and then Mark comes down here once a week, and then we're on the phone 1,000 times a day, and we're kind of working in 2 different studios at the same time. So if you guys stay tuned, I hop on MODLIFE throughout the day every once in a while, and it's kind of your little bird's eye view into the Blink 182 recording sessions, you know. And now that I get to send blogs from my phone, that's a huge thing. Like I could just take my phone, take a photo, and send it in. So that's what I've been doing lately. And actually, I probably shouldn't be telling you guys this, but you guys are all going to be getting the blog phone feature too. So here, very soon, you'll be able to take a photo on your picture, and whatever you type in the subject line becomes the title. And whatever you type in the body will become the text, and you hit send, it shows up on your own page. So you guys should say, fuck, that's awesome. You know, if you, so some people are sitting here, you know, if Blink gets a MODLIFE and you can't ditch AVA, you can't afford both, I think I would like to link the sites up, you know, so you can subscribe to one, but you get the other one for free. I think that would be cool for you guys, because we're all kind of in the same bands and stuff. That won't be like that for MODLIFE in general. I mean, on ModLife, you kind of have to choose and pick the bands you subscribe to. But I would be interested in doing that, you know. So we'll see. We'll even see, you know. We have a little ways to go. We haven't quite got to the website questions yet, you know. But you know, I think it'll be cool for you guys here. Tom, is that a Wilson's jacket? No, it's not a Wilson's jacket. It's a Diesel jacket, not Wilson's. Sorry, I'm not on the red carpet. And why does the new Blink logo have 6 arrows? Well, because it has to do with how many albums we put out. So we added an arrow for the next campaign. Blink is not temporary. It's not just go out there and tour. No, we're picking up exactly where we left off and taking it to much higher levels. The only different thing is I have an amazing band called Angels and Airwaves that wasn't a side project, that was completely meant to be the next part of my life, you know. Blink came back together because Travis almost died in a plane crash, and it really pulled us all together. So now I'm kind of stuck with these 2 great things, and it's weird, I guess, for a little bit, but the cool thing is usually when you're in a band, you know, you write 12 songs every 2 or 3 years, and it comes out on a record. More music than that, especially in Blink, you know, there's another songwriter. So I'm thankful to have Angels, and it's really weird because the guys in Blink, they're not like the Angels and Airwaves guys. In Angels and Airwaves, we all think very much alike, and we're all trying for the exact same thing, and we like the idea of creating a new world, a very futuristic world, one that's extremely spiritual and pushes the boundaries of what, you know, visually and sonically and emotionally. And Blink-182, it's different. Those guys aren't, you know, they're not that way. Mark and Travis are different than, you know, than myself. So when we all come together, it's a whole different kind of mix. It's just a different. It's kind of like when Steven Spielberg had a writer and a cameraman for the movie E.T., and then he had a writer and a cameraman for the movie fucking, I don't know, Schindler's List. You know, it's like they look totally different, they seem totally different, but they're both great films, you know. That's probably really weird, because I'm not really equating one of these to the Holocaust, although I probably would have a few years ago, you know. But you just got to keep in mind that art is something that changes, and is a very fluid thing. So I'm sorry for all the people watching right now that can't type in the chat room. I have literally about 20 people turned on, and then there's about another 500 or so that can't type right now. If you did, the whole thing would freeze up like crazy. So, but yeah, there's been some titles thrown around for the next Blink record, but I'm not going to tell you guys what they are. Sorry. You're not going to hear about them. So, I'm not mean, AK-92. I'm not mean. So my primary goal here is to let you guys know that it's going to be a crazy, crazy big year. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be quite the carnival ride, considering how big everything has been so far. Just by announcing this band back together, it's like people are treating it like it's bigger than life. I don't, but I really feel the most at home and genuinely excited when I think about what I'm going to have happen here with Angels and Airwaves, and so don't worry about it. I promise you guys. Alright, shit. It's about 10:15 here, minutes late, because I can't get this dumbass keyboard computer thing working. So I apologize for that. I have a really bad internet deal, and I don't know if any of you guys have this too. Like all the new Apple Mac like PowerBooks and shit, they don't work on the internet. It's so weird. I don't understand why. They're like super slow. I don't know what the fuck to do. And I'm pretty sure it's not my internet at my house. It's like I had to reinstall my entire operating system, and it worked totally fine. It was fast as lightning. And then as soon as I start updating it again, it just doesn't work on the internet. It sucks. I wish I can get NASA to build me one. By the way, like, we've been in these rad talks with NASA for our MODLIFE site, so let's keep our fingers crossed. They're freaking on the idea, although I have to say, if they found out we're doing a big UFO thing, they probably would not want to be a part of it, so we'll see what happens there. They do not want to, admit the UFO thing. You guys want to see a lightsaber? Have I ever showed you guys my lightsabers? Did I ever show you guys this? Check it out. Ready? Isn't that the raddest thing ever? Have you guys ever seen these? It's like crazy. Watch. Okay, wait, well that's the blue one. Okay. Now watch this one. Good. Isn't that crazy? These things are awesome. If I was wearing my night vision goggles and my laser eyes with this shit, that's why Angels and Airwaves is so much fun. Because my band members think this shit's cool. Alright. I want to leave you guys with that thought. Me holding my lightsabers. I'm a little mellow tonight, I'm sorry. A little tired. But, it's awesome. A lot of people here tonight. Is there anything else you guys want to tell me really quickly before we fucking go? Oh, you guys... Let me see here. Maybe play a little piece of music? Is that what you wanted? Tiny piece of music, huh? Let's see what we got. Honestly, if I can open up my thing. Okay, hold on. Let's see what we got. No, I don't want to do this. I can't do this yet. I can't do it. I was going to do it. I can't, but all you guys are probably going to record it and whatever. I was going to do it, but I think I should talk to my guys first. You see, in Angel and Airwaves, I can do whatever I want, and Blink 182, it'd probably be a little bit of a issue if I start putting out music. All the big corporations get really, really weird about it, you know. Take one of these, and it'll slice off my neck. Alright. Everyone have a good night. That was the update for now. Everything's good. Everything's awesome. Stay tuned. It's going to be a good year.